So I'm Ryan Newmarker and fourth generation Nevadan and love it here. I've been hunting my whole life. Started hunting with my dad when I was 7 years old and love chasing these chukar around, and it's been a lot of fun. Yeah, you know, growing up and getting involved and introduced into hunting with my dad and even my grandpa back then was awesome. And I was hooked from day one. I mean, we big game hunted. We did a lot of duck hunting, a lot of upland bird hunting, mainly chasing chukar in this state. And I remember that was, once I started to do it, that was all I wanted to do every weekend. It was to the point where I would just hammer my dad on the way home on a Sunday. What are we gonna do next weekend? I think a lot of times he looked at me like, we'll get there, we'll figure something out. But I mean, I remember growing up, even through middle school, high school, I would bypass anything that was happening on a weekend just to be able to go hunt. And I loved it. I mean, it was just one of those things. And I envisioned myself, I know I'll never stop doing it. And I hoped and prayed one day that, you know, if I had kids, that I'd be able to share it and hopefully they'd like it. And that was one of the biggest things. You know, I've got 2 daughters and a son, and Jace, they've all gone out, they all love it. My oldest daughter's killed a few big game animals now, and she killed her first chukar this year. But just having somebody to be able to share the field with like that is amazing. My wife likes to hunt, but the stuff that he and I have gotten to do over the last few years has been unbelievable. I mean, he's been my buddy, my right-hand man for 5 years. And he started going at 6, but started being able to do stuff around 7 years old. And he hasn't missed a day. I mean, we've done everything together and traveled across the country, and it's been a lot of fun.
I'm Jace Newmarker, I'm 11. This is my 5th season. Got my first chukar when I was 7. Now I'm 11 and I just love chasing birds around with my dad, and sometimes you have bad days, sometimes you have good days, but just love chasing out birds. I started hunting when I was pretty much 6. I shot my first mallard when I was 6, right?
Yep.
First mallard, I first shot my chukar at 7, and then ever since I shot that first bird, it's just been like, I want to do this for the rest of my life. And it took me a little bit. I first started off with a little 410 pump, and it was kind of a single shot. I would shoot, run up to my dad, he had to pump it, and I just remember, like, it was like this whole day. It was actually sage hen and youth chukar, and I just pull up and I shot. And all I remember is just the bird falling and my heart just dropping, like I actually got one. I just remember being so excited. And later that day, I actually shot my first sage hen that day. And after that, I just knew, I'm like, this is something I want to do for the rest of my life.
Too much free time. Hey, what are you doing? Why are you dancing? Yeah, and you know, the dogs have been a huge part of my life. Growing up, my grandpa had dogs growing up. My dad never really had bird dogs. We did a lot of stuff on our own, and it just wasn't a culture I was around until I was, you know, early teens. And I bought my first dog, Yellow Lab, and he went everywhere with me and did everything. And since then, dogs are like our second children, right? So we're doing this for the dogs as much as we're doing it for ourselves. We're doing it way more for the dogs. You know, if we go 4 or 5 days and we haven't gone out and done something, it's like, that's our excuse. We got to get the dogs out. And so we've had all kinds of awesome, unbelievable breed of dogs over the years. Had a couple labs, short hairs. We're now on to poodle pointers and an English pointer. And you know, somebody asked me a long time ago, like, you just don't have like a breed you love that you stick with? I said, they're all awesome. You know, you kind of find your niche for a while and love a certain dog, but any dog that loves to go do it and hunts and is rewarded as much as you are with what they're doing is great. And the 3 dogs we're running right now, we've got an older short hair at home. She's pretty much retired, and a token Jack Russell that did get some chucker this year. We took her out on a day that we were kind of out of dog power, and she did her little thing. But we're mainly running our 2 poodle pointers. I bought our oldest poodle pointer, and since then, she's now his dog. She listens to me occasionally, but mainly he stole her from me, so I had to get another one for myself, and then our English pointer. And yeah, but they're an awesome bunch of dogs, and this is what it's all about for me. Like, you got to have the dogs, and you got to make them happy, and they make you happy. I mean, it's a give and take on both ends.
Well, there's poodle pointer, our oldest one, Josie. I mean, me and my dad have branched off a few times, just like go a little bit separate ways and meet up later, and Josie completely listens to me. I mean, we have awesome times together. She points, she retrieves for me, does everything. And then at home, she's also a great dog. She sleeps with me. In my bed at home, she has her own pillow and blanket. She sleeps under the covers. I take her for walks every day, does all my chores with me. So she's kind of just like my best buddy, does everything with me. And then just the cherry on top is being able to spend time with her out here and just chasing her around these mountains. And I'm slowly stealing our other poodle pointer too. She'll be mine here in a few months.
Yeah. The way that I started all of my kids, and especially with Jace, who's just absolutely engulfed himself in it, I take a lot of pride in the fact that sacrifice isn't the right word, but I changed everything when he was old enough to go out. And what I mean by that is, I know every kid is different, and if you have somebody that wants to go out, you need to kind of figure out what's going to work best for him or for her. With him, it wasn't about, needing to bring a friend or doing anything like that. It was, he wanted to go experience stuff, and I knew they had to be short bursts, and you had to do things right and not make them miserable or make something that stood out in their mind that they never wanted to go back. So I would pick nice days to go hunt. I would take them waterfowl hunting and do short little deals, and if it was really slow, we'd just move on and go back and do something, have lunch. When we started upland bird hunting the following year when he was 7, I knew that we're not probably going to see a lot of birds the way we're going to try to hunt this. So I'd try to think of places I could drive to get elevation, or something that would have a little knob that might have a covey on it, and we just do short walks. But I made a very conscious effort of trying to make sure we ended it fun instead of just, there's a difference, and I'm all for pushing kids, absolutely, once you know they like doing something. But I really think that is what made him the animal he is now that loves to do it. I really think that it was baby steps, doing stuff, and just talking through things, taking snacks, taking whatever you needed to make it fun. And when you could tell it's starting to turn, you got to remember, hey, you've been hunting your whole life. This isn't about me the first couple seasons. Let's just make sure he's having a good time, and hopefully he'll want to go again the next weekend and the next weekend. And that's the way it worked out for us. And I know there's a lot of kids out there that want to go, and there's a lot of parents that want to take their kids. And like I said, every kid is different. I mean, if it means, hey, do you want to invite a friend, and maybe you guys can both have fun and we'll go do something, then that's great too. Try to read your kid and make it as fun as you can. And try not to take them out when it's terrible end of the season, cold, bitter wind, snow, hail, something that's still fun for them. But I think that's
Which we do all the time now.
Well, now, yeah. Now, like I said, it's
I think
game
I
on.
do have frostbite on my ear from last year.
But in the beginning, I really was conscious of trying to make it, you know, we'd go camp places and make the camp fun, hunt a little bit. And as bad as I wanted to go up that mountain, I knew it wasn't a thing for right now. And I think that really did pay off. Because then once the bug got set in, yeah, he's the one asking, do you think there's birds over here? Can we go up there? I'm like, oh, we can absolutely go up there. Whether or not we can make it back, we'll see. But take it slow with them and do what they want to do the first couple years and get them excited about wanting to go back. Yeah, it used to be a lot of fun. You know, I used to, when he was a kid, help him do everything. He couldn't walk 20 feet without tripping or falling, and to see the evolution of him and hiking. And now I told him at the beginning of last season, I said, all right, buddy, I think it was like opening day. And I go, we have a little talk. Yeah, what's up? I go, it's game on. And he's like, what do you mean? I go, we've gone the last 4 years and I've helped you through a bunch of stuff. You've learned it. You're doing great. I go, it's game on now. And he's like, what? You can't do that. I'm like, every man for himself, bud. And he was just like, what? No, yep. There's no more helping each other out. Now you've had enough days in the field. Let's go shoot some birds and let's go have fun. You know, to be honest with you, Matt, I hope that things never change. You know, I hope I can climb these hills with him as long as I possibly can. And then I hope once I can't that he starts taking care of me and taking me places that are easy, just like we did when he started. That would be my goal, but hopefully we'll see where he goes with this in life, you know, if it's gonna be a career path or if it's just gonna be a hobby, and you never know, and that's completely up to him. But I hope we can keep chasing birds and chasing all wildlife all season long for as long as we possibly can. And you know, things change in life with everybody, but I think once you've got the bug and you love what you're doing and you love the animal part of the dog work and everything else, hopefully we can keep doing that. And then when I'm old and can't walk, I can tell you what I want to go do, and you can sacrifice yourself.
He's already said he's gonna get like an automatic wheelchair that can climb over rocks and stuff. I'm like,
I'll keep doing it as long as I possibly can, but hopefully that's a long ways down the road. So, yeah, and you will.
no.
Yeah.
Oh, once you retire, you're probably just gonna be bragging to me.
Oh, yeah, you'll have a job, and I'll be, hey, bud, guess what I did today?
Oh, I took your dog out. She had an awesome day. She pointed so many birds today.
Yeah. That's my main goal right there.
This is when I get a job just to go out.
Yeah. About the time I'm winding down, you'll have to start ramping up. That's why you gotta make a decision.